Hey, Annie, it's great. The wind has slowed down a little bit,
Yeah,
so
much
it's
better.
feeling much better. But welcome out to Nissan Stadium on the eve of the Music City Bowl. Take a good look around behind us. It's not going to look like this tomorrow. It's going to be completely packed with fans out here.
Right, lots of those fans making their way to downtown Nashville. You can see them all through the streets of Broadway. But you know what? Let's be honest here. There's a lot of fans who are a little disappointed with the Music City Bowl, and that's because UK came into the season with such high expectations. And a lot of people thought if UK was ever going to make some noise in the SEC, this was going to be the year to do it. Big reason why, star quarterback Will Levis, he came into the season with Heisman hopes. He's expected to be a top draft pick in the spring. And also running back Chris Rodriguez. They're just two of the players who announced that they're not going to play tomorrow because they're going to get ready for the NFL draft. But you know what? Talking to senior offensive lineman Kenneth Horsey, he's grateful every time he gets to wear that UK jersey because there was once a time where he didn't know if he'd ever take the field again. It was April of 2018. Kenneth Horsey, then a senior in high school and UK football commit, was just 18 years old. He was eating dinner with his family when he started to feel excruciating pain in his side.
Unfortunately, that pain just continued to grow and grow to a point where my parents had to call 911.
After undergoing several tests and scans, Horsey was diagnosed with endocarditis, an infection on a heart valve caused by bacteria.
And what they believe happened was a piece of that, as the heart valve opened and closes, a piece of it flicked off, traveled down my kidney and blocked my kidney function.
It turns out that blockage is what was causing the shooting pain in Horsey's side. It would require open heart surgery. Doctors cracked open Horsey's sternum, cleaned off the valve, and added a titanium plate. The procedure was a success, but it left Horsey's football future very much in question.
I remember I had to be in a walker because I wasn't fully able to walk on my own yet, fresh off the surgery. And I remember walking down the hospital hallway telling myself if I ever got the chance to get back on the field again, I was going to give it everything I got because I saw how fast it could be taken away from me.
Not only did Horsey return to the field, 4 years later, he's a captain for the Wildcats, set to lead his team into the Music City Bowl against Iowa. It's a game the most cynical of Wildcats fans have considered meaningless, considering the team's sky-high expectations to start the year, and stars like quarterback Will Levis and running back Chris Rodriguez opting to sit out to prepare for the NFL draft.
I don't like that kind of talk because just because certain guys aren't playing and certain guys are in the portal, what does that mean to the guys that stayed here and committed here and have been playing here the past 5 years? Is that meaningless because Will or Chris isn't playing? No. Everything has its own meaning to it, and it's important that we don't take any of these games for granted because we don't know how many of these we have left.
And talking to Kenneth yesterday, he said after that surgery, for weeks he couldn't lift more than 5 pounds. He had to use a walker just to get around. Didn't know if he'd ever make the football field ever again. So if you tell him this is a throwaway game tomorrow, he's going to have some words for you.
You got to love the pride that he has
Yeah.
in wearing the blue and white. And like I said before, there are so many guys who wish they could be in that situation and play college football and go out on the field. And I know we've kind of banged the drum on this quarterback situation, but I think that is the key to this entire game for both teams. And it's players like Kenneth Horsey that really have to step up and protect whatever quarterback is in there. And because that is going to be, in my opinion, the key to the game. Which quarterback on which team plays the best is going to win.
All fans will be watching for sure. Speaking of fans, they are showing up in large force right now in Broadway, the strip here downtown. And in fact, they're coming to support a lot of the bands. The bands and cheerleaders are going to be out there here shortly. They're doing a battle of the bands. Each team is performing 6 different songs, and we're going to skedaddle over there after this and go see what's up over there. And then we'll bring that to you also tomorrow on ABC 36 when we have our pregame coverage.